49. Dah keluar balik pula. Seorang lagi. For those, alright, so we have 50 students now. So I think we can proceed lah Alright, so I want any of you to speak. Do you want to have a revision class on my previous lecture, or you want to do any extra, I mean like any kind of interactive activity? Which one do you prefer? You can turn on your mute. You can turn off the mute button if you want to speak. I'm waiting for your response. Do you want to have a revision class on my urine concentrating mechanism lecture, or you want to do an interactive class? Revision. Okay, so let's take a look on previous class. I bet that you have already, you have enough PKP break, same as me. Okay, so maybe we can do a quick recap on our last lecture, urine concentrating mechanism. It won't take so long lah, because I just want to emphasize on certain details on it. Okay, so before that, okay, I'm going to share a screen now. Okay. I paste a link in the chat box to the attendance link. Now, let's go to share screen. I'm going to share my screen. Please speak for those yang tak boleh nampak I punya screen ke, atau ada apa-apa nak tanya, boleh stop me. Okay, don't worry, you can speak. Since we are having an online class, so I don't know whether you are listening or you are sleeping or what. Okay, so for those who already get into my Google Classroom, what you can do is, you can copy this link. Okay, before that, once you are in your Google Classroom, you might see the plus button sign on top of the right corner beside your apps, Google Apps button. Okay, click on the plus sign link, plus signs button, and then you can join the class. Click on join the class and get this password in. Okay, so later it will bring you to my Google Classroom. So we're going to do an activity in this classroom later on, but right now I'm going to have a recap on urine concentrating mechanism. Okay, so let's talk about the learning outcome. So learning outcome actually going to reflect what are the important things that you need to know in the topic itself. For example, like when we say urine concentrating mechanisms, it not necessarily to make a wonder, why do we produce a highly concentrated urine, or why do we produce the diluted urine? The concentrated urine or the diluted urine actually are the parameters to let you know how your kidney doing their works. So when we say about kidney, urine, of course you akan imagine dia adalah fluid. So let's recap back. What are the types of fluids that you have in your body? We have the body fluids. Okay, we have a blood, and we have the, what else? We have the cerebral CSF, cerebro, what is it?
Cerebrospinal fluid.
Okay, CSF, cerebrospinal fluid. Okay, and then when we say about the fluid itself, okay, so the fluids in our body actually function to give a nutrient and supports to our body systems. So in order to carry out a perfect functions, this fluid need to have then optimum concentrations, optimum volume. Okay, let's say like we have a, what do we call, the osmolarity, our body fluid osmolarity. It is 290 milliosmol per liter. If your body fluid or you take a lot of salt, for example, so the osmolarity will be increased. So high concentrations of sodiums in your body fluid will not make your body fluid to function well. Okay, similar goes to the blood volume. Okay, let's make a simulation. Let's imagine a car, for example. Awak tahu kereta kan? Okay, dalam kereta tu, awak tahu dia ada water coolant system. Okay, ada tak siapa-siapa yang tak tahu water coolant system? So you can check kat sini. Sekejap I buka button chat lah, I tak nampak. So siapa yang nak check ke apa ke, you can just drop down your chat over there. Okay, so when we talk about the car, for example, so car also using a water coolant system to cool down the engine. So like let's say we ride a car for almost 1 year. When we check back, the water inside the car will be reduced because it is dissipate out or evaporated out. Okay, similar goes to our blood in our body. So our blood in our body system, in our circulatory systems, also function as a water coolant, but in a different way. Because it's on, yes, the radiator. So in a different way. So this water coolant system, these circulatory systems, if we're not taking care of it, the volume of the blood itself will be reduced. So when the volume of the blood itself will be reduced, what will happen to our body? The blood will become thicker or will become more viscous. So if it is more viscous, it cannot carry out its functions well. Okay, so kenapa saya cakap dia macam radiator untuk coolingkan you punya body? Let's say you having an exercise, for example, your body will become red. So kenapa dia jadi red? Because your blood vessel is dilated. So why it is dilated? Sebab dia akan dissipate heat. So dari kaedah apa yang dia dissipate heat is through radiation. Ingat lagi tak kelas Prof Mia ada kan? How the body dissipate heat. Okay. So now let's move on to how the kidney carry out its functions in maintaining the water volumes in our body, in maintaining the viscosity or the osmolarity of the blood volumes and also the body fluids is via the countercurrent mechanism. So why countercurrent? Because counter is in the opposite direction. So in the countercurrent process, in a way to produce the, maintain the body fluids, to maintain the osmolarity of the body fluids, the blood volume itself. So the kidney to carry out, the kidney needs to do two kinds of things, which is countercurrent multiplier and countercurrent exchanger. So do you still remember who carry out the functions for countercurrent multiplier? It is loop of Henle. For the countercurrent exchanger, it is lagi tak? It is vasa recta. Okay. So talking about the countercurrent process. Okay, it's not, if let's say our kidney have this countercurrent multiplier and has the countercurrent exchanger, but somehow if let's say our kidney itself not able to produce these very important things, which is the corticomedullary interstitium gradient, so all of these things, all of this homeostasis process will be unavailable. So maksudnya dalam banyak-banyak yang kita cakap ni, one of the most important is the corticopapillary or corticomedullary interstitium gradient. Itu yang paling utama. Okay, why do we talk about the roles of protein and urea? Because protein and urea actually, you take a lot of protein and this protein actually not all will be consumed by our body. Okay, this protein, it will be metabolized into a smallest form, which is the amino acid, and in the chain of the amino acid itself, it has the amine ring. And this amine ring will not be consumed by our body and should be excreted out. So who's going to carry out these functions? So eliminations of the toxic substance is by the kidney. But who going to process all of those toxic substance is the liver. So all of this processed protein, this amine ring, will be converted by the liver into the ammonia, and the ammonia later will be converted into the urea, and our kidney will excrete out, will filtrate out all 100% of the urea that will be produced. But even though, let's say right now, my body, my glomerulus is filtering 100% of the urea, but not 100% of the urea will be filtered out in my urine. Part of the urea, 50% of the urea that has been filtered out will be maintained in the renal medulla. And urea composition itself will contribute to the osmolarity or the higher osmolarity in the renal medulla later. Okay, sebab tu kita kata, kenapa dekat cortico ataupun dekat cortex, renal cortex, dia punya osmolarity kurang. Tapi kenapa dekat renal medulla, dia punya osmolarity dia lebih? That is because of the presence of the urea at that region. Okay? Alright, so the function is very easy. It's to remove the toxic substance. Of course, because I said earlier, ammonia is the toxic substance. So it will be processed by the liver and will be excreted out by the kidney in a form of urea. Okay, so our body osmolarity is actually not 300 lah, but we round off to 300. It's actually 290 milliosmoles. And one more thing I mentioned earlier is to regulate the blood volume and also blood compositions. Not only blood volume, but these two are really dependent to each other. If let's say you have 5 liters of blood and you have so many compositions like iron, anion in your blood, what else? The nutrients, potassium, sodium, chloride in your blood. So all of it will make 5 liters of blood. If let's say your blood volume is increased, so the osmolarity will be reduced. So kidney needs to do the works to maintain the osmolarity and the blood volumes of the our circulatory systems. So I don't want to go through to this because, alright. So before we proceed, I want you to go to this link, okay? Before you proceed, you can go to my Google Classroom right now. Semua ada Google Classroom ke? Dah buka Google Classroom ke? Okay. And now what you can do, you can go to classwork. Okay? Boleh tak? Semua boleh? Sekarang you all pergi ke attendance. Alright? For the attendance part 1, tekan dekat sini. Okay, click on the attendance part 1. Siapa yang tak boleh masuk, bagi tahu saya Alright. Oh, saya salah set masa ke ni? Sekejap lah. Sekejap ya. Ada technical error sikit. Kod kelas kejap ya. Oh, tadi yang saya show dekat awak tadi dekat depan. Sekejap ya. Sekejap, saya set saya punya attendance ni. Okay, so Google kod saya ini ya. Siapa yang tadi yang terlepas saya punya kod tadi. Saya rasa saya dah share kat atas. Tak ada Okay, sekejap. Okay, boleh nampak tak? Class code. Boleh ya? Okay, so boleh copy daripada Ashraf. Okay, once you dah dapat Google password ni, classroom password ni, pergi masuk dekat attendance ni and then fill in your attendance please. Okay, so dekat attendance tu you akan perasan akan ada unique ID. Am I right? Boleh? Okay. So, what I'm showing you right now is the unique ID. Boleh nampak tak? Oops. Okay. Right. Boleh? Oh, no longer accepting response. Still tak boleh masuk ya? Okay, tak apa. Kita take time sikit lah since ini revision class saja, not to worry so much lah. Kita santai je. Betul-betul. Okay. Boleh? Boleh masuk tak? Boleh?
Boleh.
Okay, dah boleh masuk sini. Okay, ini adalah unique ID you all. Alright. Okay. So, tengok nombor matrik masing-masing. Siapa yang nak bercakap boleh bercakap Don't worry. Kita buat santai-santai, relax-relax je. Okay. It say no longer accepting response. Cuba awak refresh. Boleh tak? Kalau tak boleh tak apa. Ini simulation je, don't worry. Dah? Okay. Syadik cakap okay. So meaning that the form is working. Maybe you need to, you need to refresh a bit lah. Okay, dah. Saya bagi masa sekejap sajalah. Tak ada lama-lama ni. Saya nak continue. Must be a number. What must be a number? Your unique ID. Your unique ID is this one. No need to put your, what is it? No need to put your metric number. This is your metric number, right? Okay. Now look at your metric number over here. And later just must be a number. Okay, just put any number. Suruh masuk number pula. It's okay lah. Just put in your sequence number. Cukup. Okay. Just put in your sequence number. Okay, number berapa? Awak dekat nombor mana? Kemudian, what I need you to do is write down your unique DNA. Let's say nombor 1 ni. Nombor 1 siapa saya tak tahu. Okay. Dia punya unique DNA is ACE1 kan? Okay, write it down.
Doctor, the unique DNA cannot write words. It must be number.
Boleh Okay. So saya tutup Okay. So this one tak perlu. Yang tadi saja yang hitam tadi je. Okay, tak apa. Kalau siapa yang tak boleh masuk, tak boleh respons, apa semua, don't worry. But, what I need you to do is, please copy. Okay, tak apalah. Ada yang tak boleh masuk tu mungkin technical error kot. Because some of it boleh masuk kan. Okay, so it's okay. Don't worry too much. Okay, what you need to do right now, look at your metric number. And then, jot down your unique DNA. Okay, I need you to do so because nanti kita akan buat satu assignment lah, simple assignment. Boleh Dah copy dah. Okay, saya quit Okay, done. Alright, saya quit.